I'm weirdly excited for this video because I have over like 45 favorites. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm gonna be super short and snappy. And this is a general favorites video, so I've got makeup, candles, body care, jewelry, tea, glitter, all the things. Before we get into that, I just wanna thank the sponsor of today's video. Thank you to GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. I have super sensitive eyes, so if I'm outside, no matter what the weather is, I'm always wearing a pair of sunglasses. Because of that, I like to keep a few pairs in my rotation. But if you haven't heard of them, they're able to cut out the middleman and give you access to discounted prices, typically up to 70% off the regular retail prices. They have over 10,000 different glasses across prescription glasses and sunglasses, from in-house brands like Muse and Amelia E, up to designer brands like Gucci, Tom Ford, Oakley, and Ray-Ban. Shopping with them is risk-free, which means you get free shipping, free returns, and 100% money-back guarantee up to 14 days after your order. They also have a ton of advanced blue light blocking glasses, and you can add a prescription or the blue light lens to almost any frame on their site. If you feel like doing some shopping but you don't really know where to start, they have an online quiz you can take where you just input some of your preferences, your face shape, etc., and they suggest some frames for you. GlassesUSA.com also has a virtual try-on tool where you can either use some of the models on their site and see how the shades look on them, or you can upload a picture of yourself, or you can take one on your webcam and see how the frames would look on your face shape. So the first one I picked is from Muse, which is their in-house brand, and I just wanted a basic pair of black sunglasses that weren't too small but weren't too huge. It's the kind of pair that goes with everything. I've also always wanted to try the specs. So I got this style as a little bit of a wild card. I wasn't sure how I would feel about this tortoiseshell, but actually I think it's pretty neutral and it kind of goes with everything. But if I had to pick a favorite, I'd probably pick this one from the brand Otto because I love that it's like an aviator look, but a little bit more modern and unique. I like the brown lens with the gold frame. It's super lightweight, and I just feel like it makes every look a little bit cooler. If you like the styles I picked, you can get the links in the description box below. Thank you, GlassesUSA.com, and now let's get into the video. Okay, the first July favorite I have are my press-on nails. These are the Olive and June press-on nails in the extra short style in the color Pink Goldfish. As you can see in the close-up footage, they're basically like a kind of white pearly chrome finish with a little bit of a blue duochrome that I think is super pretty. I recently posted a YouTube shorts showing how I like to apply these press-ons, so I'll link that in the description box below, or I'll put it somewhere on the screen. I just love their press-ons. I feel like they look really natural. The only giveaway for me is on the thumb. The thumb is a little bit curved, so I do wish the press-on nails were just a little bit flatter, but honestly, I think that the length and the shape looks really natural. I love this color, and I bought several more of them because I think they're that good. Okay, the Naturium cleansing balm is just blowing my mind right now. I bought it a couple weeks ago. I am almost out of it. It's just such a beautiful texture. It feels like the pharmacy Green Clean cleansing balm in that it's more of a sorbet texture, but it's a little bit more creamy than that, which is really nice. Doesn't sting my eyes, doesn't leave a film. It's fragrance and essential oil free. It's only $18 and it's 3 ounces, so it's the best value of a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil that I've ever found. It's just incredibly effective, but it's gentle, it's slightly moisturizing, it's amazing. My friend Danielle sent me a picture of an outfit once and she was wearing this anklet and I was like, oh my God, that is so cute, you look amazing. So I had to get it myself. It's this adorable little anklet that is super beaded and kind of rainbow, and it looks like it has little almost puka shells. I'm not gonna show you my feet right now, but like this is what it looks like on the ankle. On Danielle, it looks amazing because she has like beautiful, long, slender, tan feet. Like literally, I've told her if she needs to like start an OnlyFans for her feet or something, she can make so much money. I, on the other hand, have stubby little gremlin toes. I'm the kind of person who likes like anklets and toe rings and stuff like that, so I just think this is really cute for summer. I've been loving the Klorane Oat Milk Dry Shampoo. It is such a great non-aerosol formula. It does remind me of the Odell dry shampoo. That's one of my favorites. But instead of like a pump bottle like that one had that always got clogged, with this one, you just turn the nozzle here and you dispense a little bit on your head. What I like about this is that there's almost no scent, so it's not gonna conflict with any perfume that I'm wearing. It just smells ever so slightly clean. And what's great about it is I always find that non-aerosol dry shampoos are by far more effective than aerosol dry shampoos. They really just soak up the oil. So the way I like to use them, as you can see in the clip, is I put them on freshly dried, clean hair. And I always say this, but a hairdresser told me once that dry shampoo is better used as a preventative measure on clean hair. When I do that and I put dry shampoo on after I wash my hair, I can really extend my wear time by like a couple days. Whereas if I wait until my hair gets greasy and then try to add dry shampoo, it never really looks as fresh. And I don't find that this leaves any kind of white or gray cast in my hair as long as I really work it into the scalp. I just think it's a fantastic product. I'll just finish all the hair products while we're here. I also have the Verb Volume Dry Texture Spray. I ran out of my Oribe Dry Texture Spray, and that's by far my favorite, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. It's like almost $50 for that. And I run through like a bottle a month because my hair is so fine and so flat. I really need volumizing products. And while this is not as good as Oribe, I think it's only $18 at Sephora. It barely has a scent and it's just like a little bit clean smelling, dissipates after a couple minutes, which I love. So the price is right as well. It's a little less soft than my Oribe. Like when I spray this in my hair, sometimes it can feel a little bit crunchy and I just have to brush my hair out a little bit, but it's totally fine. It's just ever so slightly not as soft as Oribe. So I just wanted to call that out. But honestly, for a pretty affordable texture spray that barely has any scent, I think this is great. I have kind of a weird one, but bear with me. So I'm a sweaty bitch. I can be in sweatpants under a blanket. It can be super cold out, but no matter what, like my armpits are sweating. One of the things I love carrying around with me in the summertime are these Lume whole body deodorant wipes. I need one right now, so we're gonna do this. They smell just like maybe a little bit cucumbery, and I will bring them with me to a music festival, or if I'm just gonna be out, like for example, we're house hunting in LA right now, and we went to 7 open houses the other day in 100-degree weather. I had these on hand to make sure that I wasn't like smelling or feeling gross. You know, it just really helps to be able to have something on you to make you feel fresh. The sunscreen I'm wearing today is the one I talk about all the time. It's the Live Tinted SPF 30 Hueguard. It's a 3-in-1 sunscreen primer moisturizer. I think this is my 3rd bottle that I'm out of, but I'm so excited because Live Tinted came out with a huge jumbo size and they've been having sales all summer. So they had a buy one, get one free for this size. And then they had this for 30% off on the website. So obviously I picked one up. This one's 1.7 ounces and this one is a whopping 5 ounces. And as for the formula, it just feels like a really lightweight moisturizer. It's incredible. It has this orange tint that really doesn't leave any kind of a cast on me. It's the only sunscreen that I can get John to wear. It doesn't look weird in his beard. He has more of a light medium olive undertone and it looks great on him. My only con is that it's only SPF 30 and it's not sweat or water resistant. So when I'm going outside, I do want to wear more of a water resistant sunscreen, especially because it's so hot out right now. But for everyday use, nothing beats this. I featured this in my last video, but it's the Jo Malone Red Roses candle. And I walked into a Jo Malone store the other day because Matilda on video had been raving about how Red Roses is her signature scent. And I realized I forgot to bring any candles with me to the Airbnb. I'm a huge candle girl. I have to have candles lit every single night in order to start relaxing. So I decided to pick up Red Roses and oh, it smells so nice. It's feminine, floral, clean, and fresh all at the same time. And the Jo Malone representative there told me that it's basically just a blend of 7 different roses and that's it. And I'm definitely gonna pick up the Red Roses perfume because it's so beautiful. So thank you, Matilda, for the recommendation. One con I just wanted to call out. When you first burn this, it smells like plastic. It went away after the first burn. I just wanted to call that out because I'm very sensitive to scents and it was something I noticed. So I went to Sephora and a lot of other people said the same thing. But for me, it stopped after the first burn. So I think this is really beautiful. Okay, so I recently ran out of my prescription retinoid and I have to wait to get an appointment with my dermatologist so I can get another prescription, yada, yada, yada. So in the meantime, I have the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair line. I have their Rapid Wrinkle Repair Eye Cream and the Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream. Both of these are fragrance free, which is awesome. I just feel like it's so hard to find drugstore products that don't have fragrance or essential oils in them. This one is really nice. I prefer this to the Inky List Retinol Eye Cream. Kind of feels like a cross between a serum and a cream. I like to use a separate retinol or retinoid product from what I use on my face because the eye area is so much more sensitive than the rest of my face. So I always use a separate retinol eye cream just to make sure that I'm, minimizing the irritation. But I'm really impressed by the regenerating cream just because of the texture. It's this super rich, thick cream. And so you're getting your retinol and your moisturizer in one. I just put this on a bare face, pop it on, let it set, and then occasionally if I feel like I need a little bit more, I'll put on my Glossier After Balm. Neither of these products have caused me any irritation at all. It's just been really nice. They're probably not as strong as my prescription retinoid. I'm assuming that's why. So if you haven't tried a retinol and you have sensitive skin, this might be a really nice place to start. And speaking of retinol, the Replenix product I fell in love with is the Retinol Smooth and Tighten Body Lotion. So the bottle says this is cruelty-free, gluten-free, fragrance-free, and it has all trans retinol and Edelweiss? Oh God, I'm thinking Sound of Music. Is it Edelweiss or Edelweiss? Oh no, I don't know. But it says it visibly lifts and tightens skin, and it also has powerful antioxidants, hyaluronic acid, etc. It has a bunch of ceramides, resveratrol, caffeine, bisabolol, squalane, green tea, glycerin, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And what I really like about this is it's not the kind of product that ever burns or irritates my skin. It doesn't have any noticeable smell. A lot of body retinol products smell like shit, but this one has no scent at all. And I'm sure you're not gonna be able to see in the application clip, but it looks like a kind of medium weight lotion. It's not thin, it's not super rich. It's just somewhere in between. It sinks into a total velvety finish. I have a little bit on my arms right now and I just feel like I have nice skin, doesn't feel like I'm wearing lotion. So it's not greasy or heavy, but it just feels perfect, honestly. Let's take a break from skincare and talk about some makeup. So what I'm wearing today is the new Chanel, what's the new name? Water Fresh Complexion Touch. Yeah, that's it. This is not a replacement of the old Water Fresh tint. This is a new one. This is gonna be in addition to that old product. This one though is fragrance free. It comes in 16 shades and it has a medium amount of coverage versus the Water Fresh tint apparently just was a lot more runny and it had like a barely there light coverage tint. In the application footage, I'm wearing the shade 10, although that one is a little bit too light for me. Unfortunately, the samples that my friend Nick got me rubbed off the bottom, so I don't know what the other shade was, but it was something in the 20s. It was either like 20 or 21. It starts out as this kind of interesting gel water-like texture that has all these pigments suspended in it. And I find that it works best if you use your fingers. When I used a brush, it looked a little streaky, but when I use my fingers and really work it into the skin, I'm just left with something that looks perfected but natural at the same time. I do notice, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see in the application footage or right now, it does kind of make my area around my nose look a little dry and textured. So I'm still figuring out like how to use it best because it is a little bit of a funky product for me, but it's what I'm wearing all over my face and I just feel like my skin looks really good. It looks perfected, but it still looks like skin. It's not a super dewy product, which I was surprised by. So I'm super happy with this. Medium coverage, has a satin natural finish. It's $65, but you know, it's Chanel. I'm gonna keep testing these until I run out and I can totally see myself picking up one in the future. The next product I have is this Maybelline Super Stay Activewear Concealer. This is in the shade 15. When I was buying my Neutrogena retinol products at CVS, I walked past this and I had never seen it before. It says it was a full coverage concealer. I liked that it had this little glass window so you could see the color. Looked like it probably wouldn't be too light for me, although it looked a little yellow, and that was an accurate assessment. It is a little too yellow on my skin, so I might have to go look at the other shades. Maybe there's a lighter shade that will be a little bit more cool toned. I just love this texture. Like, it's so nice. It feels really, really thin and it dries down to a soft matte finish. So it spreads a lot, so I like using it all over my face. However, it's not full coverage. So I got my hopes up. I'm just dying to find a full coverage concealer from the drugstore. If you know of one that's not too like heavy or cakey and also not too super dewy, please let me know because I'm just dying to find one. But this is really good. I would say it has like something in between a light medium coverage. So very far off from full coverage in my opinion, but I still think it looks really nice and skin-like, sets down to that soft matte finish. It just looks really good. So if I can find an appropriate shade, I would be reaching for this all the time. Totally forgot to talk about this in the hair section, but I've just been obsessed with claw clips lately. I know that this is nothing new, but it is too damn hot to style my hair. I can't dry my hair. I can't be bothered to curl it. And I got mine on Amazon, but I know my friend Rudy Berry really loves the ones from Crown Affair because it has a claw clip within a claw clip so that there's extra grip, and I'm wanting to check that out. It's also nice because I have such thin, fine hair that when I do updos, my buns are like that small. It's so pathetic. But with a claw clip, I feel like it makes me look like I have a little bit more going on when I really don't. The last base product I have is what was featured in my last video. It's the REM concealer in the shade Light 5N. This is an exact shade match of my under eyes and my neck, and I'm just blown away by the fact that they have 60 shades. The texture feels like a cross between the NARS Soft Matte Concealer and the Glossier Stretch Concealer, so it's less dewy and more coverage than Glossier. It's the concealer that I'm wearing under my eyes today and on some blemishes right here and on my neck. Apparently Ulta is carrying all of the REM concealers in stores now, and they have 60 shades, so definitely head to Ulta to try to find your match and swatch it to see if you like the texture. They claim that this can be totally customizable in terms of coverage. I disagree with that. I don't think you can build this up to full coverage. I've tried, and I tried it in my last video, so I'll leave that in the description box below or somewhere on the screen. This right now is just like one little finger rub, dot, dot, and I find that one layer is the way to make this work. If you build it up to full coverage, it just is a thicker texture, so it starts getting creasy. So I would say just accept this as a solid medium coverage concealer, but it still looks really, really skin-like because it's not super dewy, but it's not super matte. It's just, yeah, it's great. Let's talk eyeshadows. So in my Rhode beauty review, which is Hailey Bieber's line, I was wearing the Phytosurgence Flash Fluorescence eyeshadow in Magnetic Maple. It is this gorgeous gunmetal silver that honestly is not something that I usually reach for, but when I wore it in that video, I got a lot of compliments on this, and then I ended up wearing it again to see Phoebe Bridgers at Outside Lands because she's just known for doing lots of like silver eyeshadow and silver glitter all over, so I wore Magnetic Maple with a product I'm gonna talk about in a second. I love the Flash Fluorescence formula because it's a very stiff cream. I actually don't recommend using your fingers because you'll just be like, trying to get product. If you just swirl a brush around a few times, you'll get the most beautiful kind of diffused eyeshadow look that does not budge. Phytosurgence is just continuing to blow my mind. Phoebe Bridgers got me on that silver train, and now I honestly can't stop wearing this. And at Outside Lands, what I did on top of Magnetic Maple is I used this Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadow in Diamond Dust. I already fell in love with the shade Bronzed Belle, and I love using that one all over my lid. For this, I did more of like a liner across my eye, and that pop of bright silver really made it seem more like Phoebe Bridgers. So maybe I'll put in a quick little clip here of me wearing the eyeshadow. Apparently silver chrome eyes are gonna be a really big beauty trend in the next year, so that's cool. I'm into that. Oh, and let me know if you want me to do a Phoebe Bridgers tutorial with Magnetic Maple and the Diamond Dust. I can also do her signature kind of scattered rhinestone effect that she does on her cheekbones. I thought it might be kind of cool to do a little like get the look. Speaking of Rhode Beauty, I just cannot stop reaching for the Peptide lip treatment. This is one of the best lip balms I've ever tried. This is true like glazed donut vibes, and I hope you'll see in the application footage, it just forms this like barrier over your lips that fills in the lip lines, makes them look super, super juicy. It's nice and occlusive. It's pretty thick, which you know I love. Really forms a protective barrier, but it also has peptides that help soften those vertical lip lines that I'm starting to get right now. I really do want my lip balm to go the extra mile and not just provide a little hydration and a little bit of an occlusive layer. I want some peptides, I want some vitamin C, anything that's gonna improve the appearance of my lips. I also really like the packaging, and I know that they chose their specific packaging material because it's post-consumer recycled plastic and it had the lowest carbon footprint out of other options. I'm gonna apply a little right now. It's just like so juicy, so cushiony. When they did their restock, I was on that website like 30 minutes before, waiting in line to get this lip balm, and I got another one, so I'm very happy. A couple more eyeshadows. The one I'm wearing today is the new Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize and Exagger-Eyes. I also applied this and did a full wear test in my previous video, which I will link down below or somewhere on the screen, but basically it's a sheer peach base with a ton of silver glitter. And you almost don't see the glitter when you're first applying it because the base pigment comes through more, but as you start blending and as it fades and the base pigment starts going away, that silver glitter really comes out. I think it's beautiful. So let me just give you a little close-up of my eyes. So you'll probably notice there's a little bit of creasing. It's not a budge-proof formula, but I just love that subtle peach shadow with all that silver glitter. Yeah, I'm really excited that Charlotte Tilbury added a little glittery one because I love the Eyes to Mesmerize formula. And with the addition of glitter, I just think it's fucking great. Also, a product I fell in love with recently in a video is this Kaja Bento, I never remember the name, Beauty Bento. Beauty Bento. This is in the shade Chocolate Dahlia. It's their eyeshadow trio. It has a darker matte brown on the bottom, a kind of light medium matte brown in the middle, and then a gorgeous kind of almost sheer base with just a bunch of scattered champagne glitters that I really like. And when I keep going back and looking at that footage, I love the way that the glitter topper looks. And as you can see in the application footage, today I'm wearing the middle shadow, which is that light medium brown, and it's my perfect lower lash line shade to just add a little bit of definition, make my eyes look a little bigger. Yeah, it's just a perfect one. There's really only one bronzer that I've been wearing these days, and it's the Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer, and I have the shade Light Medium. First of all, the texture feels like a really thin kind of oil balm, almost like a Vaseline mixed with an oil. So you're like, whoa, that's a little scary. And then you apply it on the back of your hand and you realize it is so incredibly sheer. So if you look like me and you've been debating light or light medium, I would go for light medium because I've been told by my friends that the shade light is very orange. Oh, it just blends like a dream. It almost blurs the skin. You just can't over apply this. It's that good. It just doesn't look like I'm wearing bronzer. It just looks like I'm naturally a little sculpted and a little sun-kissed. I'm the kind of person who has a really hard time reining it in when I'm doing bronzer. Like I'll just be bronzing and bronzing and bronzing, and then I realize I've overdone it and my face is a completely different color than my neck. So a product like this is really great for me because it basically just does the work for me. Like you cannot mess this up. I have two favorite fragrances. Diptyque L'Ombre dans l'Eau is the one that I've just been reaching for the most. I've been really into rose right now, obviously with the Jo Malone Red Roses candle, but also with L'Ombre dans l'Eau. If you are familiar with Diptyque's famous candle Bay, which is their black currant and rose candle, this is the perfume version because that candle was so popular, they made a fragrance. I've tried the Eau de Parfum and the Eau de Toilette, and I just felt like those were a little bit astringent. There's something that's so soft about the roll-on oil. So if you're someone who loves like a strong perfume, maybe you should go pick out the Eau de Toilette or the Eau de Parfum. I think the roll-on's really hard to find at this point. I think I had to find mine on like cobigelow.com, but it's just so beautiful, and I'm gonna apply some right now. It just smells like roses, like very natural roses, not a floral powdery rose, black currant berries, and black currant stems. It just smells not like a perfume. It just smells like rose and black currant and a little bit of green stems, maybe a little musk. It's really special. And another summer favorite is totally Skylar Coconut Cove. I love this one. To me, it just smells like coconut, musk, I don't know, sandalwood. Like I don't have the notes pulled up, so I'll put them on the bottom of the screen here, but really all I smell is coconut, maybe a little musk, maybe something a little floral in there, like white florals or tropical florals, but it's very subtle. Really for me, it's like coconut, musk, and some like very subtle florals. It's so, so, so good. A lot of fragrances that have coconut, I find when they're on my skin, the florals really come out, but I like that this one knows what it wants to be, and it's like, this is a coconut scent without being something that's like sunscreen or pineapple or something very gourmand that you'd want to eat. It's like a very fresh, floral, creamy fragrance, and I'm obsessed. I've never been much of a powder girl because I don't like the way it feels and I don't like the way it looks, but man, the Fitglow Blurring Bamboo Hyaluronic Acid Powder has blown my mind, and I hope you can see in the application footage, it just blurs the skin. Like, it just makes you look so freaking perfect. However, it is extraordinarily mattifying, so if I use too much, I do get a little bit of that tight skin feeling, so I just use a tiny, tiny, tiny amount on a little brush. It is the only powder I've ever tried that actually keeps my skin matte for like 12 hours. I don't even need to use any kind of setting spray because this is so good. Fitglow, once again, just their formulas are just superior to everything else. Like they're that good. The blush I've been wearing absolutely nonstop lately is the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in Venetian Rose. It's the perfect color of like flushed skin. So you just like worked out, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you had sex, or maybe you drank a glass of wine and you are a little bit drunk. It like embodies that kind of flushed feeling. So I don't know, I feel like we gotta make like drunk blush a thing because that's absolutely what this looks like. And the pearl in it is so fine. It just looks like you have really beautiful, healthy, expensive skin. I just love it. It might be now like my #1 blush. However, a very close second is the Persona Super Blush and Bubble. This is basically a dupe for the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush in pink. I've just been so into bright flushes of pink on my cheeks and lips for the past few months. And I love that this formula is really, really sheer. And so for me, I can just apply a little bit and it looks so skin-like. It's really hard to overdo, but you can totally build it up. And one morning recently, I had to do my makeup in the dark and I was like applying the blush and I didn't see any color. I got some like interesting looks while I was out like running errands, and I got back in my car and I had this blush like all over my face. I looked fucking crazy, but honestly, it was a look and I didn't really care. So just to say that even though it applies sheerly at first, you can 100% build it up to be more pigmented. I just pair this with all of my pink lips and I just think it looks so good. Also, obviously loving the Phytosurgence Toasted Skin Spark Blush Balm collection. My favorite is Evaporate probably, but honestly, all three of the shades I got are fantastic. Check out my last video to watch me apply Evaporate and Condensate. I also posted a YouTube Shorts applying exothermic as well, so there's a lot of content you can check out. The shade Evaporate is this stunning, soft, tan peach color that really just looks like skin. And the formula is incredible. It's my favorite cream blush formula of all time. It feels like a cross between a whipped butter and a mousse. It's just so freaking satisfying to touch. And it doesn't stay sticky or tacky or wet looking. It's not matte. It doesn't dry down super, super matte. It just feels like creamy, nice skin. Phytosurgence has a ton of shades. They have a ton of content applying their colors on people with all different skin tones. So they just really stole my heart with this collection. The last blush I have is the Bare Minerals Bronzer in Kiss of Pink. This is interesting because I thought it was gonna be a little bit more pink, but to me, it looks more peachy pink. So if I show you up close, doesn't that look like more of a peachy pink? And they do describe it as a warm pink. I wear this blush when I wanna wear like a peachy lip, and I'll do M Cosmetics Lip Cushion in Magic Hour. Oh, that combination is so good. This formula is just so soft and beautiful. It has a beautiful amount of luminosity to it. Again, I don't think that the bronzers are marketed accurately. Like, you can use them on your nose, your cheeks, and your forehead, but it won't look like a bronzer. You can pretty much use any blush to get that exact same effect. So the marketing is like a little gimmicky, but I get what they're going for. And because they talk about it as a bronzer, I've been using all of my blushes, not just on my cheeks, but on my forehead and my nose and a little on my chin. They're constantly out of stock, even though they made this permanent. So I'm not sure if you can get it right now, but if you can get your hands on the bronzer formula. I also am really obsessed with Kiss of Rose, which I wear on a regular basis. I just had to trim down the favorites video a little bit. So otherwise it would have made this. Okay, speaking of the M Cosmetics Lip Cushion in Magic Hour, that's also a favorite. I have so much content about this. I have a dedicated review comparing this to other formulas like the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss. This formula is such a dream. It's really thick and cushiony, and it has a high shine finish. And because it's thicker, it feels really cushiony and occlusive. It doesn't slide outside my lip lines. It feels very nourishing. It's fragrance free, and the shade Magic Hour is just my perfect summer go-to. But the lip product I've been wearing in this video is a new launch from M Cosmetics, and it's their Lip Dew in the shade Temptress, and it kind of wore off, so I'm gonna apply a little more. This is the perfect flushed lip color. So I've been wearing this constantly with the M Cosmetics Venetian Rose blush, and I like to apply it like a blotted look because it's quite pigmented. So like, it's truly the color that like skin flushes. And as I've been thinking about maybe launching my own brand one day or collaborating with a brand, this is actually the exact color that I was thinking of making, and I just couldn't find this exact shade anywhere, even though it just looks like a basic red to you probably. It's not. It's this very specific like flushed bitten red that I've been looking for, that doesn't lean too blue red, doesn't lean too orange red, isn't too pinky red, but also isn't a true red. So I'm not entirely sure how to describe it, but there's like a lot of nuance to this kind of red, and that's exactly what I would want to make. Like, if I could make this color with like Fitglow's Lip Serum, oh my God, I would be so excited. I don't love this formula. Like, it's really good, and I've been wearing this every single day. It's very, very thin. It almost feels like the Merit lip oil. That just didn't feel very nourishing. Any kind of really thin, lightweight lip oil type feeling always just kind of makes me feel like they're not doing anything to actually nourish my lips. So I do want my lip products to just be a little bit more cushiony. When it's applied like this with just a little layer that's kind of blotted, it feels amazing and it feels really good. It's just when I build up the color, I do notice how like thin it is. But for those of you who thought the lip cushions were a little bit too thick, then you'd probably love the Lip Dews. They have this beautiful high shine finish. They smell a little bit like caramel. I have to thoroughly try the other shades that they sent me, but this shade Temptress, oh, it's my perfect like juicy strawberry red flushed lip. Oh, it's just so good. So, so good. Another obsession I have is with this little Tarte mini lip slip vegan lip balm, whatever it's called, in the color Fresh Press. This was a $10 mini on the Ulta website. I hope you can see this, but like, you don't get all of the product in this mini. The lip product is just at the top there, so the value is absolutely terrible. But I like the mini because this perfectly fits in my lip lines, whereas I've been told that the full-size version is just too like big and kind of gets all over your mouth. So I just wish that they made the mini in a clear. I cannot for the life of me place what this smells like, and I'm never stumped when it comes to like smelling lip products. I want to say it almost smells like orange chocolate or something, and I don't like orange chocolate, but it just, I don't know, it smells really good. It's the most thick and cushiony lip product in a stick I've ever tried. High shine finish, it's amazing. I have to get the red one and the clear one next. I love it. You know, I'm so into pink lips right now, so the Fitglow Lip Serum in Live has been one of my favorites. I have a full size at home, but I got this as a little free sample, and so I've just been bringing this one around in my purse. It looks like magenta hot pink, but on the lips, it's super, super sheer, and it just flushes that beautiful Your Lips But Better look. And the Fitglow lip serums are like my favorite lip product of all time. They're thick and cushiony. They have so many ingredients that help improve the actual skin of your lips. Amazing. One of my favorites. I have a lot of lip products, so we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna talk about my favorite moisturizer right now, which is the Youth to the People Polypeptide 121 Future Cream. I love the texture of this. This is by far like my favorite moisturizer texture right now. I also remember reading it has a peptide that apparently has shown that it can actually improve skin firmness and elasticity. I believe that most peptides focus on softening the look of fine lines and wrinkles, but the peptide that they have in here actually helps with firmness. And that's what I'm really intrigued by, because as I'm aging, I can feel my skin getting a little thinner. I'm noticing my eyelids kind of sagging a little bit. And so I'm all about firming that up if I can. And this texture is such a dream. It, to me, just feels lightweight and rich at the same time. So whereas the Rhode Beauty Peptide Moisturizer honestly felt like more of a lightweight cream that set to a velvety finish, this somehow feels like a cross between a hydrating serum and a rich cream. It somehow feels lightweight on the skin, but super occlusive, and it feels just beautifully velvety on the skin. I have a hard time describing this because I feel like it ticks so many boxes and it kind of like does so many things for me texture-wise. It's not too dewy, it's not too lightweight. I can wear it during the daytime, I can wear it at night. It's amazing. I'm almost halfway through my bottle and I like just got it. I also feel like my skin looks really good when I wear it, so I don't know, it's working for me. Totally forget to talk about the Wander Beauty Double Booked Lip Cream and Conditioner in Boss Babe. This is so nice. It's like kind of a peachy beige with a little bit of rose in there. I don't use the clear balm on one end because I just don't find that the balm really does anything. So I do wish that they had just put this in more of a traditional bullet so it weren't so long. But weirdly, the round bullet you would think is kind of annoying, but it fits my lip size and shape perfectly. And as you'll see in the application footage, it's quite pigmented, it's really creamy, but it's super lightweight. It is definitely my go-to nude lip now because it's not too nude, it doesn't wash me out, it's not too peach, it's not too rose. It's just like my perfect nude lipstick. Ooh, another interesting one I'm almost out of is my friend Rachel sent me this little Bobbi Brown extra lip tint in Bare Pink, and she had this little mini lip kit. And as you can see, I am almost out of it. That is rolled up all the way. And it is basically like a better version of the Dior Lip Glow, because the Dior Lip Glow for me was really pepperminty. And I found that that formula kind of dried my lips out. My lips always felt worse after I would wear the Dior lip glows, but not with this one. This one has a more emollient formula. It's thinner than the Dior lip glow, but I feel like it's a little more emollient. It's a little more shiny. This one's unscented, and I don't find that this nourishes my lips, but I also don't find that it dries them out. It just kind of flushes that beautiful pink and feels a little emollient, so I think it's really nice. If I could only pick one moisturizer for the rest of my life, it would be the Tatcha Indigo Serum and Cream Treatment. It's just the best I've ever tried. This is my third jar, I wanna say, and it's incredible because it does so many things at once. It's a hydrating serum, it's a soothing serum, it helps strengthen my skin barrier, it's deeply nourishing and occlusive, so I don't even need like the slugging method. This basically does that for me. I will never wake up with like dry, dehydrated skin if I wear this. It's like a 5-in-1 product. It's that good. I don't even care about the price. It's like $80 something. I would pay $90, $100, $110. I would pay sky's the limit for this because it's that good for me. It's absolutely amazing. So I had to bring this with me to our LA trip. I've been really liking the Fenty Cherry Treat Lip Oil. I'm like halfway through already. It doesn't smell like cherries, which was a disappointment. It's more like strawberry candy. And I was hoping it would be this color, but it's actually clear. But that's been helping me apply it more because I just honestly wear it even when I'm not wearing any makeup. It's a kind of medium weight formula, I wanna say. So it's like around In Beauty's lip glaze. It's not a lip oil that's super, super thin. Like when I think of the Merit lip oil or the M Cosmetics lip dews, those are very, very thin, but it's not something thick like the Fitglow Lip Serum or anything like that. It's just somewhere in the middle, high shine finish, smells really good, and it's clear. So it's just really nice. Ooh, another moisturizer, the Beauty Pie Triple Hyaluronic Acid Moisture Miracle Cream. So good. This is, again, my 3rd or 4th jar. Beauty Pie just sent this to me in PR again. They now have a kit with the whole triple hyaluronic acid line. It's 3 full-size products for $60 instead of $180. So I've just been using this again, and it's so good because it's like a cross between a super deeply hydrating serum and a rich cream. So it just has this like amazing juicy texture. It's probably one of the more dewy moisturizers I own, but I can still use it during the daytime. And because of that texture, a little goes a really long way. It's fragrance and essential oil free. It's just fantastic. So if you have a Beauty Pie membership, you gotta try this one out. The Chantecaille Lip Chic in Honeysuckle was a recommendation from TT Sandra here on YouTube. I've been following her for years. And if you don't, you should check her out because she's amazing. She just has like the best style. It's really sophisticated while still being really cool and effortless. And all of her makeup looks are really approachable, really like minimal and natural, but still put together. If I could pick like one word to describe her aesthetic, it would be expensive. Like she just looks expensive. So I had to buy her recommendation, the Chantecaille Lip Chic and Honeysuckle. And it's this beautiful, soft, muted rose color. It has a high shine-ish finish. Smells amazing. Just smells like a really nice vanilla. I love the packaging of this one. And it reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Happy Kiss and the M Cosmetics lip cushions, with this one being kind of the least nourishing out of the 3, but still quite a thick, occlusive lip product that I really love. And I just love this kind of rosy shade for summer. I weirdly am obsessed with these Runway Rogue Luxe glosses. They're so frosty, but like I weirdly love it. And the one Fashion Week is a very shimmery, frosty kind of light pink. These have the best smell out of all of these lip products. They smell like vanilla cake batter. I love it. The formula is thin, but it also has grip at the same time. So it feels really comfortable, doesn't slide around the lips, but it's also not thick. So it's like a perfect middle of the road kind of formula. And then the shade Top Model is more of a brown with some frostiness to it. So the whole collection has like 90s inspired names and colors and aesthetics. And I just think that's really cool. And my last favorite is the In Beauty Lip Glaze in Mystery Glaze. This one's really nice. It's kind of that same idea of a Dior lip glow where it's clear at first, but then it kind of adjusts to your lip and it flushes this beautiful kind of hot sheer pink. It's more of a high shine finish. I think that they adjusted the formula of this because the regular In Beauty lip glazes feel a little thicker, aren't quite as shiny as this one. This one feels thinner and looks more glass-like on the lips, and it smells amazing. I still don't know what it is because they call it mystery, but it's some fruity candy. John said Skittles, and I think he's right. It does totally smell like Skittles, and it just looks beautiful and super juicy on the lips. Whew, that was a lot. I'm starving. Thank you GlassesUSA.com for sponsoring this video. If you want to get the glasses that I wore, you can check the description box for the links. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.